Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Let's start the show the only way we know how. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I break down all things Big Brother 23. So we are going to be talking about Big Brother 23 live feeds, spoilers. As you know, we are very sassy. We are opinionated. We take a hilarious look at Big Brother and sometimes a social look at Big Brother. So join in, strap in, and try not to take it too seriously. Okay? Because I got to wade through these comments that take it really seriously. Really seriously. But first things first, smash that like, please, and thank you. It helps so much with the algorithm. I think we're up to 57 likes. Oh my gosh, we have 153 people watching. So let's get those likes up. I think we could get the likes. I have a goal of 300 during this live. Okay, let's just do it. Let's make it happen, mods, if you don't mind keeping me updated where we're at with our like. If you want to support the channel, again, the like is great. Following on social media at Joleen Lunzer on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok, if you will. But Twitter, why am I backwards? Twitter, Instagram really helps, you guys. It really helps. And you can send a super chat if you want during the live stream. I'll highlight your comment. I also have links to my PayPal, Patreon, Venmo, and Cash App. And my Patreon has some exclusive content, and Chandler and I are going to be coming back with Married to Survivor. I'm trying to fit all of it in, but we have an exclusive Patreon podcast in the $10 tier where we watch old seasons of Survivor, because I'm trying to get Chal to watch the new season of Survivor with me. So it's a way for my husband to, and if there are things you would like to see in the Patreon tiers, let me know. All right. So this is the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen, but it's the BB Besties Brunch. Unfortunately, all my besties canceled on me. They all were like, no, we don't want to. No. They have things, and that's going to happen from time to time. So Busy said he may join in 30 minutes, but he's planning a birthday party right now. And Sarah, as you know, super busy. And Maranda is a mom, so she's always busy. So you might just be me, but we'll see if Busy joins. And then, maybe I'll drop a link. I never drop links. Maybe I'll drop a link. And if you guys want to join me briefly, tell me your thoughts, opinions, hopes, dreams, fears. Let me know if you're interested in that in the chat. But it's going to be really casual. We're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. First things first, let me know what you're sipping on in the chat. I am sipping on my favorite Michael Bublé, a.k.a. Bubbly, sparkling water, grapefruit. Let's give you guys a little bit of ASMR. Ooh. That was kind of nice, right? Ooh. Crispy, if you will. Also, Hype Man Husband Chow updated some of the emojis for the YouTube memberships. I just have one membership tier right now. And so if you are on the Leen Team and a YouTube member, you have some new fun emojis that you can use in the chat. Unfortunately, StreamYard is behind and they don't show us the dang emojis, but I can see it here on my second screen on YouTube. But for some reason, when you highlight them, they don't pop up. So StreamYard, get with it. You have to show our YouTube emojis, okay? Because we have the oi, oi, oi. We have so much fun stuff. We have some tea ones, and he continues to make more. So thank you, Leen Team members here on YouTube, for supporting and allowing us to make these fun emojis. All right, let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about. All right, so let's see. Kyle and HOH. On the block right now, Claire. Okay. Derek F volunteered to go on the block in the wee morning. And if you want to hear all about that, you can go back to Friday's live I did with Josh from Couch Potato Queens, and we talked about it. And so he's the pawn, but he's pretending he's not the pawn. So he's going around the house talking crap about Kyland. He's not even telling Azah. At this point, he's the pawn. And to me, it's just doing more harm to Kyland's game and doing more harm to Azah, who's Derek's friend. So it makes no sense to put her through that, knowing how emotional she is. So if she was really your friend, it's just weird, because he didn't want Brittany on the block, because Derek F was like, I can't handle it if that B is on the block again and she, you know, and let's say she wins the veto again, she's going to go crazy. She's going to go rogue. I'm not dealing with it. All right. Thank you. Welcome, Nikki, to the Leen Team. Welcome. Okay. Speaking of Derek F and the B word, Kylan said something to him, which so happy Kylan did. That he shouldn't use the B word, shouldn't call women bitches. And Derek F said, no, you can't, but I can. You can't because you're straight, but I can because I'm gay. Well, technically Kylan's pansexual. And no, that's not a true statement, Derek F. Just because you are a gay man does not give you liberty to call a woman a bitch when you're mad at her. I know. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how it works? It's so weird that Derek F has decided that he just gets to talk down to us women and other women in the house and call Tiffany a bitch, and call this person a bitch, because he's a gay man. And I talked about this the other night, how I feel as though some gay men get passes for using the word bitch and calling women bitches. And I'm not saying in a fun way, like, oh my God, bitch, bitch, oh gosh, bitch, you know, in a fun, kiki way. I'm saying in a, that bum bitch, she's a bitch, I don't like her. No. You actually do not. We women don't co-sign. Let me know if there's a woman in the chat who co-signs that. You won't find them. You won't. Maybe some internalized misogyny will allow some women to say that, but I highly doubt we're going to find many women that are like, we're totally fine with being called a word that's used against us anytime we assert ourselves or speak up for ourselves and has held us back, and that the patriarchy is used to make us believe we're the problem all the time when we're just like stating our opinions. No, it's not how it works. Thank you, Angelica, for the first super chat. Okay. She says, oh my God, would be nice to have Maranda, Busy, and Sarah, my other faves too, but so happy we have you, Joleen. Thanks, Angelica. I appreciate it. I would love to have them too. So I'm just going to pull up some of the women here in the chat saying hard no. Hard no. Trey, hell to the nah. Hello there. I do not. D, no, we don't. So Derek, if you're watching this later, which you will, because you'll become a huge fan of my channel, because I will teach you, I will help you, sir. Yeah. Oh, you have a fire post plan today. Oh, Heather. Oh, follow Heather. Thank you very much, Daniel. I got these from a wonderful subscriber off of my Amazon wish list. Oh my God, I almost knocked over my water here. These are from Tami. So thank you, Tami. Thank you, Tami. Thank you, Tami. I love them. I love them. Nancy says no. We just hit 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So far I've seen no women in the chat say yeah. And some people don't even want it in a playful way. Like, this is a word that we women were tired of hearing. We're tired of hearing it used against us, and we're always a bitch. And we're also tired of people using it against men to kind of emasculate them. You know, men using the bitch word, it's not a good look. We don't appreciate it. And no, you don't get a pass, Derek F. So this dude sucks. I don't care. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Legacy says, calling Tiff a bum bitch was going way too far. Yeah. He was just talking about her like she was some random on the street. Exactly. He was talking about her like she's not an established woman. You might not like her gameplay. You might not like what's going on in the house. You might not like her strategy. But she doesn't deserve that. She does not deserve that. I will tell you, the misogyny is so real in Derek F. And that is why he got along so well with French dressing. There's a reason people are drawn to each other. And that reason is misogyny. Misogyny. Yes. He doesn't like women. You should like us. We're good. We're good people. We're really good people. You know, especially Ozza's being really good to you. You came from a woman. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maranda, thank you. Thank you. I hate that you couldn't join me, but Maranda was with me yesterday for the challenge breakdown. So check that out if you missed it. Ellie says, I think if you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, how does that equal to being able to use the word and bring down someone with using it? Exactly. So how does that equal to being able to use the word and bring down someone with using it? And wouldn't you have more empathy knowing all the words that are used against other groups and in a group that you're involved in. So maybe you would, be more empathetic and be more understanding about it. But this man, he's a facade. He's fake. He's a yuck. We get yucks some seasons. He's a yuck. He's a yuck, you guys. He is a yuck. And CBS didn't bleep the B word. And here's the thing. The thing that's kind of, if you really think about it, that's messed up is Tiffany's family. Tiffany has a son, Christian, at home, and he has to hear that said about his mom. Now, I know you signed up for a reality show and stuff, but I don't feel like Big Brother's that kind of reality show. It's not like she signed up for the Housewives or the Bad Girls Club. She signed up for Big Brother. So now at home, her family has to hear her being called that. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure her family is smart enough to realize that this dude is problematic. But he will leave the house and people will still stand him and, house guests will forgive him and stuff. But we'll remember. We'll remember Daybag. We'll remember Daybed Derek. We'll remember. Okay? Is uninvited to the brunch. Is that the white people version of the cookout? They, unfortunately, yeah, Jonathan. That's not a lie. Why did they air Daybed Derek calling Tiffany a bitch? That is like Mickey thinking it's okay to sleep with a woman. Why did they air? I guess I don't understand that comment. But I will say there is a question there as well. Why, when a black man says it, they air it? But we've heard many a white cast member say this in previous seasons and recent previous seasons, and they protected them. So there's a whole nother issue there too. So there's layers to this shit, but it sucks. It sucks on all ends. But Daybed Derek, you need to recognize your misogyny and fix it. Just fix it, bro. Fix it. It can be fixed. It can really be fixed. You don't have to be canceled. It can be fixed, but you have to recognize it and you got to stop. And Kylan called you out, like someone you love, you respect, called you out, and you're like, nah. So maybe it's going to be a little hard to fix, actually. Layers and layers and layers to the shit. I didn't see anything about him getting arrested. However, there was a video that dropped of him reacting to one of Holly Beth's. Jerkson, aka Jackson Mickey, was reacting to one of Holly Beth's TikToks, and it was on Twitter. And of her, a quick, silly, stupid thing she did about her ex and how they broke up for religious reasons. And they were like, oh, really? What was the religious reason? She was doing a TikTok acting it out. And she said, he thought he was God and I didn't. And then Jerkson took this as an opportunity to sit in his Jeep and tell everybody with his watermelon mouth that she was making fun of his religion, which she most certainly was not. She was saying, you think you're God. And she was playing on a joke on TikTok. And you do think you're God. We saw it on Big Brother. And we see it after Big Brother. And now we see you smoking hella weed. And the weed is telling you. I don't know what kind of weed he's smoking. Because weed should make you better. But I think weed's making him worse, which I think anything could make him worse, allegedly. And so he's in his Jeep trying to claim some kind of like religious scrutiny. No, bro, she's just saying you're an asshole. And he then takes the moment. If you're doing so well and you're so high and you're so happy and he's just smoking in his shower, he's smoking all the time. Like weed's supposed to make you more chill. I know there's different kinds, different strands. I don't weed, so I don't know. Not saying I would never weed, but I'm on a sober train and have been for a while. So yeah, but I know that, California, they have some amazing strands. I don't know. I'm not even speaking the weed language correctly, but you should find one that makes you better. And he hasn't found that one because there's some people that they don't deserve weed. Weed's too good for you, sir. It's therapy. You need help, allegedly. So he went on then to mention her age. He's like, you're 33. You should move on. Ooh. And I wish I could feel bad for Holly Beth, but I don't. Because she knew what she was signing up for. You saw how he treated your friend, Kat, before you started hooking up with him, a la The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. And then you stayed with him. He said hella problematic stuff, did hella problematic shit. You stayed with him. So now that he hurts you, we don't care. Just both go away. You're both as bad as each other. You both suck. I just can't. If you suck, you suck. That's okay. But just recognize that. Okay? I don't weed. Yeah, he needs, okay, see? He needs sativa. All right, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, and Casuals gave Daybed Derek $100, or it was rigged. I'm telling you, they got confused. The X and the F, because Derek F looks like a Derek X, and Derek X looks like a Derek F. That's just how the world works, okay? I don't know why. It's how my brain works. I was like, he looks like a Derek X. And they got confused. Okay, so like I said, Kyland has got Claire and Derek F volunteering on the block. And then the feeds went down. We talked about it on Friday. They got to find out how much money everyone got from America's Vote that we text in. And apparently Daybed, Derek, Brittany, and Derek X all got the most votes. So they got 100 BB bucks. While Hannah, Tiffany, and Xavier got 75 and everyone else got 50. Which is crazy because Alyssa had Hooters tweeting on her behalf and someone with 2-some million followers. But again, those people could have all their followers could give two craps about Big Brother. So then, if that's the case, then it doesn't really help. They're like, oh, I'm not texting. Also, texting, it was easy to do. I'll give you that. It was a little confusing just because I just kept putting Tiffany, 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 and then I put Hannah. That's just how I voted. And I think some people are like, oh no, they're going to have my phone number now. And I don't want them hitting me up. So if you don't watch the show, you're probably not going to text some random thing. You're only going to get fans, Okay. So then they were given the option to use these bucks. And I wrote down who used what. So the room was open up. The special secret room that Julie talked about on Thursday was open, and they were able to make a bet of who would win the Power Veto. Now, for the first time, they were told that the Power Veto competition was going to be OTEV, which normally the house guests, they always guess, they pontificate, they wonder, they say, is it OTEV? Is it OTEV? I bet it might be OTEV. It might be OTEV. And so, yeah, unfortunately, it's protected. So they knew it was OTEV. So they were able to, if they wanted to take their money, they were able to make a bet on who would win, a la Las Vegas style. And if they were right, not only would that person who won OTEV, the Power Veto competition, get the veto, but they would also get a veto. Okay? So what ended up happening is, I think, I have so many things in my notes here, you guys. Okay. So what ended up happening was, Claire bet on Kyland to win the Power Veto because she was afraid that Kyland, if he won, would not use the Power Veto on her. Okay. Kyland bet on Alyssa to win the Power Veto. Derek F bet on Brittany to win the Power Veto, and Sarah Beth bet on Azah to win the Power Veto. Okay, so if the person you bet on wins, again, the Power Veto, you get a second Power of Veto. And if Claire or Derek win the competition, there wouldn't be a second Power Veto. So then the twist would maybe potentially go into play the next week. So Power Veto happens, right? And Kyland, technically, I think we're going to see should have won. But Alyssa wins. Brittany, I believe, was out very early. She couldn't get up the thing. Azah wanted to throw it to Brittany because she was picked to play. Derek X was not picked to play in the Power Veto competition. I'm trying to think who all So so Derek X didn't play, Azah played, Brittany played, Derek F played, Claire played, Kyland played, and Alyssa played. And Alyssa won. However, Alyssa, it seems from what they're saying on the feeds that it was pretty obvious that Kyland threw it to Alyssa. So Kyland's HOH remains kind of messy at this point, okay? He's got this weird pawn situation with Derek F that they're not telling other people in the cookout about, like Azah. And so Derek F's going around acting all mad, even though he's in love with Kyland, but he doesn't listen to him about not calling women bitches anymore, okay? And then he put up Claire on the block, which interesting when he could have just put up Brittany and Alyssa, but there were lots of talks going on with Xavier and such. So Kyland, he wants us to believe that he knows exactly what he's doing, but I don't know if he knows exactly what he's doing. So he throws the competition and Alyssa wins the power of veto. So it's just, this whole twist is a little, it's a little confused. I don't know if I love it yet. I'm just not sure. Let me know what you guys think if you love it. Okay. So since Kyland bet on Alyssa, there's a second POV. So now he has a POV. And he says he's going to use the POV to take Claire off the block and keep DF on the block and put a Brittany, because he has been convinced now that Brittany, he's been convinced by Tiffany and even Xavier, that since Brittany was one of the people that got a lot of votes from America and was one of the $100 BB Bucks winners, that they're afraid that when there's another vote, she's going to get more. And she's banking to go at these bigger stakes, these bigger casino games in the secret room that we are going to see in an upcoming episode. So the next one, I think, is a roulette type thing where you'll use your BB Bucks for a roulette. And I think you can change the noms and you can make a big change in the game that way. And then the one after that, I think, is some kind of coin toss where you might be able to overthrow the HOH. So there's bigger games coming up. And so Kyland is thinking, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's take Brittany out, because if she's a fan favorite and if she is deemed as this underdog that Xavier was talking about and Alyssa and everyone was saying, you know, Xavier was like, think about the last episode we saw, the underdog that America saw before they voted, they saw her winning the POV. And in this underdog story, and she's hitting her head like this, you know, basically just, you know, getting a traumatic brain injury in order to win this power veto. And she's been put on the block so many times. I mean, according to her, more times than anyone ever. No one has suffered like Brittany has suffered. But in my opinion, I don't think this is the best for Kyland's game. Now, I love Derek X. I want Derek X to stay in the game. I would love to see Claire, Tiffany, Hannah, and Derek X be able to get to the end together. But for Kyland's game, you should be looking at Derek X, because Derek X is also someone that got the 100. Okay? Derek X is also someone that did not bet in this POV type first casino room competition thingy, you know? So he's got money too. And Derek X is thinking, I'm going to wait until that big one and bank my money 2 weeks or so down the road. And Derek X has more connections. But the picture has now been painted to Kyland that, in fact, Brittany is a liability to the cookout because of Azah and Derek F, and how they have really caped for her and they have really fought for her. And it's been a point of contention between Tiffany and Azah and Tiffany and Big D. So it's a good argument. It's a good argument to place in front of Kai. And if your goal is to get the cookout to the 6, it does appear that Brittany is an obstacle for sure. And a fan favorite, if they're going just by these BB Bucks, that could be a thing, you know. But from what we know as fans, we know that for Kai's game, you better get rid of Derek because he can win a lot. And Tiffany loves him and Hannah loves him. As much as the cookout has been talking about who will we get rid of next, you know, which side piece should go first, they all say, you know, even Kyland's like, yeah, we can get rid of Sarah Beth because he doesn't want to seem like a liability as they get closer. And they all say these things, but really they probably don't mean it. Because if Kylan meant that shit, he wouldn't have won this HOH that he technically wasn't supposed to win. And Sarah Beth would be on the block because they had this conversation before. So if any of that makes sense to you guys, I know it's a lot to take in, but the Derek X should be a target to Kylan. Kylan should want to take Derek X out, but he's not. He's going to take out Brittany. Now, I do think Brittany is, I do think it has caused problems within the cookout. But I also think personalities like DF and Tiffany and the way DF talks to women, I don't think they would ever get along anyways in real life, in regular life. And as far as Azah and Tiffany go, I do think they would have a much better relationship had Brittany never been in the Jokers with Azah. That's just my personal opinion. Kemi says, Claire would have won the second veto if Kai won, and he knew that. I think he let Alyssa win, so he wouldn't have the option to put her up. Exactly, because he doesn't want to piss off Xavier. But now he's looking at it like, okay, I'm going to take Claire off, and Claire's going to feel so good. That's not how Big Brother works, Kylan. That is not how Big Brother works. She will always remember that you were willing to sacrifice her. And so now someone that might have been more of an ally to you, even though in Kylan's defense, Tiffany and Claire were skeptical of Kylan because of Kylan's close relationship with Sarah Beth. Kylan has just been kind of messy. As much as I like him and watching him and in his shorts and all those things, it's been kind of messy how close he got to Sarah Beth. And it's the cuddling, it's the quasi-showmance thing, it's putting a target on you and looking as though you're willing to protect her over the cookout. Okay. They did veto already. Oh, no, they didn't do the veto ceremony. Sorry. They're not going to do that till tomorrow, as far as I know. It's always Mondays. So, hey, Diva. Hope you drive safe. Driving and listening. Drive safe. Okay. Joseph says Kai was screwed. He didn't need to win HOH. He had the option of Claire, Brittany, or Alyssa. Exactly. He shouldn't have won HOH. He's fine. You're in the cookout. The objective of the cookout is to get to the 6th. It was supposed to be Tiffany. Let Tiffany win. Let Azah win. I mean, we'll see it play out tonight. But you should have you should have bowed out. I mean, between that, him winning, him picking Azah a bunch and then pissing off Azah, and then this weird pawn situation he has with Derek F that Azah doesn't know about, and then putting Claire up, it just makes no sense. It's one of those situations where you don't need to win. And you shouldn't. And this might be something where maybe Kylan's ego a little bit got into that, or maybe the fear that Sarah Beth would go. I'm sure there's still some of that fear there. The donkey costume got to his brain. Yes. Brittany's going to bawl her eyes out. So when she is the replacement nominee, it's not going to be good. Heather says Claire, DX, and Tiff. Okay, so Claire, DX, and Tiff are planning to take out Kylan. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Kylan backdooring Brittany is not going to be good for your game. And not backdooring her because she played in the veto. So taking her out, blindsiding her, essentially, is not going to be good for your game. Taking out Derek X, now that'd be good for your game. Because you should see in the house, and maybe, it's hard because we see what they don't necessarily see, but I feel like he sees how close DX is to Tiffany, to Claire, to Hannah. Hannah and Tiffany, two important, very influential women in the cookout. Remove that and make it on the grounds of you're too powerful of a player. Now, yeah, you would piss off Tiffany and you would piss off Hannah, but they would have to move on because I do believe Hannah and Tiffany are very loyal to getting to the 6 with the cookout. Their actions and their words have kind of proven that. But at this point, Tiffany, I think, is more loyal to Derek X than Claire. I mean, she has said, I'm not letting Claire go this week. So she did start, working for that and did a good job. But I think Kylan, there's a thing, you guys, when you start to believe your own hype, and I talk about it all the time, And there's a lot of hype around Kyland. I think in the house, people really liked him, and he knows that about himself. I think he's probably just a really great person outside of the house. And, he's not a bad guy at all. But I think he started believing his own hype, sniffing his own toots a little bit. And then you got the Sarah Beth element. And then, there's a lot of, there's layers to this shit. Again, Kyland isn't sticking to the assignment. I want to see what you guys are saying. At the Rella says, oh my God, Britt is going to lose her mind. This morning she was going crazy trying to figure out how to save Daybed. This was a great HOH for Xavier. Xavier, oh my gosh. Yes, this is a great HOH for Xavier. If Xavier gets to the end, God help anyone next to him, because he is going to lawyer himself into a win. And also, did you guys hear? Okay, let's have a little gossip session. Did you guys hear that he told Alyssa that based on her sign, they're very compatible? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Are they going to hook up? We've talked about this. That would be crazy. He's still crushing on her. Definitely still crushing on her. Definitely. Yeah. And we love, as fans, I know a lot of us, I love Derek X. I don't want Derek X to go. But if I was Kyland, I'd take his ass out. I'm surprised SB isn't trying to sway Kyland into targeting DF. I know. I don't know what's going on there. Love the cookout, but do you think their plus ones will be bitter when they find out about the big alliance that they were just Yes. But hopefully they will understand the pressure the cookout had on their shoulders. And I talk about this in every live. The cookout, this isn't something that the cookout is like, all the Black House guests are like, yes, at the detriment to my game, I'm going to work with everyone, and we are going to take each other to the 6. This is exactly why I played Big Brother. No, they played Big Brother individually to get $750,000. Unfortunately, through the years, representation has been horseshit, and now they have the pressure on their shoulders for being the most diverse cast we've seen in Big Brother US history to make history happen and try to change that, because optics are everything. And what we see in our media and what we see in the world is the change that happens. So if we keep seeing the same old, look how powerful propaganda is. Look how powerful marketing is. Look at what happened with the last administration, not to get political or anything, but people believe things when powerful outlets tell them these things. You know what I mean? So change can occur, especially when we see it in our entertainment and in our media. And it's something that's very important. And unfortunately, it's carried on the backs of these individuals and these players who would love to live in a world where they didn't have this weight on their shoulders and they could just play the game for the $750,000 on their own. Unfortunately, that's not the world they live in. And so now they have to do this. So anyone who considers themselves an ally, any of these side pieces should then let that shit go and give the answer Christian gave, which was a very good answer when he was interviewed, which is I'm just happy to be a part of this history making season, because these are things that are going to benefit everybody, and injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So there's just so many, it's more complicated, but if you really, check and recognize your own privilege, their white side pieces, if you will, and how lucky they, how lucky they are that they didn't have that kind of pressure on them in the house, and then let their egos go, they'll see that this is a really cool season to be a part of. So hopefully that's what happens. Who is your top 3 for America's favorite player? Tiffany, and Tiffany. No, I just love Tiffany. Tiffany, Hannah, with casuals, I don't know. But I don't know. I think Tiffany, Hannah, and DX. I think DX has a huge chance of winning America's favorite player. If we take Brittany out this week, no. She does have a big following on TikTok and such, but had she been in the game longer, an underdog, and the fans were able to see that, and she keeps playing that way, maybe. But yeah. So there you go. It's a big alliance. We've had them before. Exactly. It's a big alliance. We've had them before, and they've never been questioned, and they've been taken out, and people have been taken out in the name of this big alliance. The only thing is this alliance has a greater impact. You know, will have a greater impact that'll resonate and go on to other seasons, and hopefully it'll be the change we need to see. That's a good question, Glory. So Julie Chen really only mentions the Royal Flush, which is kind of a poo-poo whatever alliance. It was an alliance of convenience that came out of the slaughterhouse and the butchers or whatever. It wasn't anything that anyone took as seriously. The cookout is something that they're taking very seriously, and they're constantly talking about on the feeds, and they're constantly analyzing. And that is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Yet it's not discussed. And in my opinion, it's probably not discussed because casuals, for the most part, and a large portion of CBS's audience who watches Big Brother, this infuriates them. And yeah, so I think that's why it's not discussed. And that's very unfortunate, because this is something that she's eventually going to have to talk about, because they're going to get to the 6. At least I think they will. And they've gotten this far. So it's too bad that this isn't shown more. It's really, it's kind of expected, but like, you're going to piss off some people, and that's okay. I love how they just threw the committee in our faces, whatever that one was called last season, the pre-gaming alliance of Cody and all the other whites. And now they threw that in our face, but we can't actually see the cookout. And I'm telling you guys, my family, I have family who watches this show, okay, who are, I don't want to like out them, but I believe they're cousins. I believe they voted for Trump. I believe they're like the Trump kind of CBS audience that tends to be problematic on Facebook, right? Big Brother audience. When I spoke to them, when we had a birthday party, when I was visiting back in Minnesota, they loved the cookout. So why don't we give people a chance to be open-minded and change? Why do we let the people who are, the people who are complaining and stuff like that, why not see, like, show how strategic these players have been, show how difficult it's been in this alliance, show all these things, and give people a little more credit so that we can maybe see some change and be less divided. I was really surprised. That my white Trump voting family members were like, I love the cookout. I love them. And I was like, wait, but you know what the cookout is? And they're like, yeah, no, I love it. And I was like, huh. Okay. Awesome. Maggie Town says all big alliances matter. The reason it is not being discussed is the reason why it exists. Yes, hello there. You nailed it. You nailed it. Joleen, as someone who's watched BB for years, do you know why people complaining about the cookout are the same ones who were quiet when the all-white alliances ruthlessly targeted marginalized people? I think I know why. I think it's people are conditioned. I think there's a lot of education that needs to be had and done regarding, race relations and things like that in the United States and the history of it. But I think that's a conversation those people aren't willing to have. I think there's a lot of privilege there that's not willing to be recognized. So I think that any kind of group that isn't the majority that they're used to seeing, white group taking power, they see that as a direct attack on them. And they need to figure out why that they feel that's a direct attack on them. What in them makes that threatening to them? Watching another group that has not been represented on the show rise, why does that threaten you? That's a discussion they need to have to figure out why they're like that. Because that's not a good way to live your life. Racism, the answer is racism. That's it. Ignorance, willful ignorance, a lot of willful ignorance, you guys. There is a ton of willful ignorance. It is far easier to stay in your bubble and not educate yourself and not push yourself outside of the box and not question how things are going. If things are always working for you, you're not going to question it, but you should. But they won't. Hi, Carly. Shout out to Couch Potato Queens. Honestly, I'd rather have Claire be in the top 6 than Derek F. I'd rather the cookout be top 5. I've heard that a lot. I've heard swapping out DX for Derek F. Yeah, I've heard that. We're not mad at it. They get invites to the cookout. That's what D is saying. Christine seemed happy Christian seemed happy when he learned about the cook. Christian had a really great reaction. So shout out to Christian for it seemed genuine as much as I can only speculate that hopefully he is young. And I love these young little Gen Z babies. I think they're wonderful. And I think they're going to make this world a better place. So yeah, hopefully, he had a really great reaction to it. It was just like, yeah, it's making history, man. I was on the other side of it, of the things going on in the house, but I'm really proud to be a part of a season that's making this history. So there you go. They got the wrong Derek. They did. What you talking about, Will? They did. What you watching with Will? Not what you talking about, Will. What you watching with Will? See, we see the things we want to see. See how the brain works? Very interesting. Very interesting. You call him Derek Futon. We call him Daybed Derek. Proud cookout supporter, Lexi says. And I want to replace DXC with Derek F. He's a minority too. Yeah, I see a lot of people. Derek F is so lucky that they've protected him. Tiffany has protected him. He has been protected in this game. And the only person he tried to protect is French dressing. Remember how hard he went for French dressing? The fake, woke, performative French dressing who's still out in this world trying to go live on Instagram? Give it a rest. Go feed the chickens, sir. Nobody cares. Hop on Spirit Airlines with your friend Spirit Airlines and just never come back. Never come back. Let me know in the chat. Are you guys upset to see Brittany go? Because I know Brittany has attained some fans, some stans through the past couple weeks and with her POV. And who do you guys think that Kyland should be putting up on the block while taking Claire off? I mean, it's so obvious that Claire, she's not going to forgive this or forget this. He put her through heck. He put her through hell. HE double hockey sticks, with this. And then it's just a weird power move to then be like, I'm not going to let you win your own your own safety. I'm going to put you up, and then I'm going to be in control of it by letting someone else win, but betting on them. And then I'm going to come back around. And then I'm going to save you. You're welcome, girl. It's very weird. It's very weird. People are saying not at all upset. Ready for Brittany to go. Stephanie says, not really sad to see Brittany go. Steven says, I don't want Brittany to go yet. Kristen, I love Brittany. Logan says, I'm sad, but she's the person I'm most ready to lose right now. Yeah, I mean, I would actually rather lose Alyssa than Brittany at this point. But unfortunately, that can't happen now. She won the veto, and Xavier was fighting so hard for her because his argument was, I already lost Christian. But, that was 2 you had. Okay, Ashley said, Brittany can go now. Okay, we have a lot on today's show. HOH, yes. So tonight's show is going to be HOH, the High Rollers, and noms, unless they do some kind of thing like Joseph's saying and push the noms back. Because now we're doing these weird edits where we don't really know who the veto replacement is on Wednesdays. We wait till Thursdays. They did it once, but once was too many. Okay. Jonathan says she's not on my fantasy team, so bye. She's not my favorite player, but I'm sad to see her go. I love Brittany. Ben is saying, but between her and Claire, bye. Yeah, I'd rather Claire stay. And it's not a backdoor because she played in the veto. But it would be amazing if somehow they agreed that Derek F could go and then Derek X, like people are saying in the chat, just joins the cookout. That would be kind of amazing. Yay, we got 169 likes right now and 2 dislikes. Thank you for the 2 dislikes. You're still helping my engagement, so thank you. Thank you. Legacy says Xavier is greedy. He didn't need 2 people to begin with. No, he didn't. Mm-mm-mm. And then, I'm interested to see, when we vote again on this high roller room, who gets the most money. Because it seems to be this is a new element, that a twist that is adding, ultimately you can argue that this twist is the demise of Brittany. That and her being in the middle of this cookout battle between Azah and Derek F and Tiffany, but also that she got 100 and they're afraid that she's going to bank it and go for a bigger thing down the road. So her popularity that they're basing it off of, with getting the 100, they're looking at that more than they're looking at someone like DX. If Brittany goes, then it's Azah, Big D, Tiff, Claire, Hannah, and DX versus Xavier, Kai, Alyssa, and Sarah Beth. That would be because Xavier, Kai, Alyssa, and Sarah Beth they're like locked in to something or other. I mean, we have lots of different lock-ins throughout the house outside of the cookout, but Big D, Big D's gonna go where Kylan goes. Big D is a coaster. He's not even a floater. He don't know. So Brittany's TikTok killed her game. I know. It really did. Can't Alyssa choose to keep Brittany? That's a great question. I don't think so, because the only thing Alyssa could do is remove someone from the block, right, with this, and then the HOH picks a replacement. But since we have two, it's like Kylan uses it first, takes Claire off, replaces Brittany, and then now it's your turn, Alyssa. That would be very interesting. And then she says, well, I would like to take Brittany off, Kylan. Since I vetoed your second nomination, you got to pick someone else. She wouldn't do it, but that would be very interesting. You have Tiffany, Hannah, and Claire in your draft. This twist is not working like I assumed it would work, Mary Lamb says. Claire and Tiffany are a team. Queens, DX. Hannah are a team. Aces and Team Joker still together. What is all this? Xavier needs to forget teams. They're all still playing with their team. They kind of are. They definitely are. I think with Xavier, it was that he had all his players for so long, so that just seemed more teamy, I guess. But as far as the queens go, though, Claire and Tiffany and Kylan haven't necessarily been on the same page. So yeah, Alyssa's not going to save Brittany because of the Christian thing, and there's no love lost between those two, because Brittany does not like Alyssa. She's like, I don't even like her. Like, she, because she has that secret crush on Christian. Be prepared for all those TikToks Brittany's about to put out, right? When she leaves. It's so unfair. Hopefully she doesn't go the Nicole Anthony way and then does some weird "this girl is on fire" TikTok that's so cringe, like you struggled in the house. Hopefully. Don't do it. Don't do that weird Karen thing. Don't do it, Brittany. Just be grateful. But ew, I hate still using that word. Kai uses it first, then Alyssa. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I still wish they would do the same thing that BB Can 9 did and do the secret HOH. I would love to see that. I would have loved to see it a little sooner. And see what was done with it. That was just so fun to watch in BB Can 9, having the invisible HOH. I loved it. Everything was done. I feel like if they do it now, you could, and with the cookout, I mean, they would be able to figure out who it was. But I think earlier in the season, it would have been interesting to do. Now that we're on day 39, 40, whatever day we're on, it would be interesting to see it earlier, to see an invisible HOH. I heard Claire figured out the cookout. How did she figure out? Well, DX, I think, is closer. I'm sure Claire has her suspicions, and DX, I think, is very close to figuring out, which is another reason Kylan should probably take him out, but he's not going to. Odell Chick, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm trying to highlight your comment. Thank you. That was the worst TikTok ever. Yes, in the black dress with the drone. But again, she was influenced by Cocked Hat at that time. That she was somehow a victim in BB 22. When no, you just listened to the wrong over 40 dudes. Again. Jack says, still confused as to why Kai put Claire on the block just to take her off to put up Brittany, of all people. This HOH is really going to hurt his game. It is. It already has. It already is painting a target on him. It's very confusing. You're just going to put up Brittany. Him and Derek F had this whole conversation at 6 a.m. Kai's HOH, I think a lot of this stems from maybe a little bit believing your own hype, a little bit of trying to protect Sarah Beth, and also no sleep. Because once he won HOH, he didn't sleep. He was doing meetings. He was up till like 6 a.m. and then he woke everyone up early to have meetings. So he got like an hour of sleep. And Azza and Derek F were saying he hadn't showered and he's in this donkey costume. And it was just a mess. Like he was very overtired. It was a hot mess. So he should have gotten some more sleep. This whole stay up till 6 a.m. First of all, I don't like it because I can't be staying up watching. So I have to do the flashback. And then I'm behind on the current days because I got a flashback because these guys stay up all damn night. And then Derek F made a big to-do about how he didn't want Brittany on the block. So then they did this pawn situation to make Claire the target. But then he was so easily talked out of Claire being the target and then wanted to take her off. When at this point, he could just get rid of Claire. Which would be in his best interest over putting Brittany up. Because you're just putting Claire back into the Tiffany DX pile who already has, and Hannah pile who already has reason and they don't like the way you've been running things. So it's always messy when HOHs do these type of things. You should want as minimal amount of people on the block as you can. We're not hearing a lot of blood on every season we hear, although you want a lot of blood on your hands, but it's an annoying saying, but you don't. This is just more blood and you're doing it to yourself and you don't have to. You don't have to do it to yourself, but you're choosing to. It's crazy. Kristen said, can we please talk about how Kylan never stops talking? I have had it. I think a lot of the house guests feel that way and feel as though there is some maybe ego arising. And yeah. And it's just a lot of, at first I thought his first HOH, I was like, oh, he's very succinct. Coming off French dressings, everything seemed sane. So he was like from 7 to 7:15, we're going to talk. And then I'll talk to you and then I'll talk to you. And I was like, oh, this is okay. Project management. I get it. Project management. Cool. And now it's just weird. It's weird. Let's see. Exactly. She had tons of people on her side. I think you guys are talking about, or has tons of people. I think you're talking about Claire. I don't think Kai is as smart as he thinks now when it comes to this game necessarily. He should make a deal with Claire before he pulls her off, but he thinks he's gaining some kind of trust. No, you put her on the block. You ruined your trust with her. So yeah, no. Yeah, no. He talks in circles or some of that going on. It is coming off, it can come off a little condescending. And I think that's what Azza picked up on too. She's like, just tell me, that's what I love about Azza. It might not be great strategy, but as a person, I identify with her. Just like, don't bullshit me, dude. Don't talk. Don't tell me how conversations work. I'm going to sit here. And it was their conversation they had before Noms was very uncomfortable for sure and not the best for strategy. But she's just like, why'd you keep picking me? Like, just cut the bullshit and let's get to the point. I personally don't like when people have to take forever to get to their point or they talk around things, but I do understand that with, I believe, I have ADHD, he has ADHD, and being able to put together a sentence, he has certain ways that he communicates. Everyone communicates differently. But some of these ways I'm like, this isn't working. This isn't working. What it does nothing for him getting her out at this point. It does nothing. She wasn't coming for him. He knows Claire is coming for him. He's been told. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna take her out. Okay, I'm gonna take Brittany out. No, he's like, okay, I'm gonna save Claire. Thinking she'll come back. She'll be, I can get her back. No, she's coming for you. You know that. Tiffany knows that. Tiffany told you that. She's coming for you. Brittany's not coming for you. Yes, it helps with, I think, he thinks maybe it might help with a little dissension that's happening within the cookout. But no, you shouldn't have won this HOH, dude. This was so stupid. This was so dumb. He's going to look back. It's going to be, ugh. You just get rid of Claire at this point. That would be his best thing. Now, I don't want him to get rid of Claire because I like Claire. But for his game, you put her on the block, get rid of her at this point. Just get rid of her. Get rid of her and move on. Tiffany would be mad, but she'll recover. She's still got Derek. She's still got Hannah. I just don't. You've been told now that she's coming for you. Why are you pulling her off? You can't win her back. This is Big Brother. People remember this. Look at Hannah with Christian. Christian was campaigning. He had a few decent reasons to keep him, I guess, over Sarah Beth. But Hannah's like, but you were so quick to use me and put me on the block and use me as a pawn. So why should I save you? You don't forget. You don't forget who puts you on the block. You don't forget who puts you on the block. So, yeah, he's not going to gain any trust. This is not, no. Claire is not a dummy. Her and Tiffany have seen how he interacts with Sarah Beth. They have been very skeptical. And this woman was technically on your team, the Queens, which adds another element to it. So even though teams are disbanded, it's still like there's so many other people you could put on the block besides someone who you used to work with. It just makes no sense. Even with the cookout, you don't have to put her up. You just put up Brittany straight out. Brittany is not a blindside option. You just put her up. Just put her up. At this point, so many people have put her up. Put her up. And if she wins, then you have to make a difficult decision. If she wins veto. Tiffany forgot Claire. Oh my God, Tiffany. Tiffany is very much focused on Hannah and DX. But she does realize that having Claire still benefits her greatly in this game. Exactly. Same, Joseph, same. If I could give Ty, if he could get one, someone to help him, phone a friend, I would say, don't change the noms for your game. But I mean, for our entertainment, change the noms. Change the noms. Oh my gosh. Kylan talking to Sarah Beth and wanted her to remove her sunglasses because he wanted to see her beauty. It's kind of cringy. She has a girlfriend. He's in love with her. I'm going to say it. I've said it a million times. He's in love with her. This man is in love with her. In love. Phoebe says, I want whoever is better for Tiffany's game to stay. Same. Let me see. I've been waiting on Busy. I think he ditched me. All right. I don't think he said he was coming in a half hour. Let me text him. Actually, no, because it's kind of too late. So I don't know. Savannah, thank you for the super chat. New subscriber. Love your personality. Thank you, girl. I love your bold lip and your makeup and your picture. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's the machine behind you? Okay, so this is my portable AC unit. It's ugly, but it is so hot in the desert right now that when I have my ring light on and I'm surrounded by windows right here, that I have to have it on. So it has this little it goes like this. You know, it has a swing on it. That's what it is. And I wanted to hide it. And I put something, some of you remember, I was putting my curtain, my curtain over it for a while. And I just said, F it. It's too hot. You know, I'm already 41 years old. I already sweat all the time as a lady. So yeah, that's what it is. It's it's Zingbot. It's my very own Zingbot. Okay. So maybe that'll be the thing that we do Zingbots from. Yeah, me and Busy are gonna have blogger beef now because I just talked to him, and he said I'll join you in a half hour. I think the BB Besties might have to be broken up because we can't do Sundays. It's gonna be just Sundays with Joleen because everyone ditched me. Oh my god! And you know what the funny part is? Josh from Couch Potato Queens was here, and Miranda. Miranda did join in the chat, and she's a mom and stuff. But I should have just had Josh come back in. Oh my gosh, get to 200 likes. Yes, Leen Team. Yes, portable AC for the win. Thank you guys. We're not in Vegas. We're still in California, but we're in the desert. But I'll be in Vegas next weekend, just Friday and Saturday. So, I'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll try to go live there, but I don't know how well it'll be, the connection wise, and then I'll be back. But yeah. No, we're not going to break up really. But I did tell Busy today, I'm like, maybe I should just stop doing the BB Besties because we always have some kind of hiccup. I think we've only been able to get together once, right, you guys? Has there been more? I'll keep trying. But it's kind of lonely to sit here and wait for your friends. You know, it is. Josh is huggable. Right? Yeah, we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote Busy from the group. If someone could send Busy this, you're gonna get a voted from the group. Not even a text to tell me you can't come. It's an hour later, bro. The disrespect, you guys. When did all of these large alliances claim they were targeting people because they're not wit? The cookout openly only let its members in based off of race. When did all the large alliances claim they were targeting people based on wit? I don't know when they decided based on wit. Yeah, I don't know. The former big alliance haven't been very witty. This alliance, very witty. They're actually very witty. This is a season where people, I mean, this cast is very talented. The cooking is better. Everyone, the conversations are better. If you've noticed, I mean, previous houses have been so messy. This house is not messy. I mean, there's a little stuff that, you know, if I lived in the house, I would be. But we get fun improv games. We get singing. We get dancing. We get all kinds of fun stuff. This is a really fun group of people. I really want Hannah to win, so it won't matter to me. But Brittany has said she'd get Hannah out, so I'm good with her going. There you go, William. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I didn't think I didn't think that the committee or whatever they were last season was very witty. None of them were very quick. They weren't quick-witted. They weren't, you know. So yeah, of course they wouldn't say that they based their alliance on being witty because they weren't. They didn't have quick wit. You know, Cody was like, and then Franzel was too busy trying not to just own her game. And then Danielle was too busy flirting with Cody. And then Memphis was too busy trying to impregnate Christmas, allegedly. And then Christmas was too busy trying not to run people over in the house because she had a history of that. So it's really hard. It's hard. Yeah, I'm witty. Thank you, Atharella. Thank you, Nanya. Thank you. I love you guys. If Derek F wins, I will pass away with you. I'm gonna go out and say I don't think that can happen. But again, we've seen people like Josh Martinez win. So you don't know. There's been some interesting winners. I never thought Cody Cauliflower would win a season, but he did. Unfortunately. So there you go. Felony Flow. Yeah. I love this cast. Me too. I do. I love this cast. I love it. I love it. We do not want to be at the mercy of a daybed flop. No. Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, I don't think anyone's going to join me. So, but you guys join me. And you guys are the most important people of all. This week, I'll try to get a schedule up of when I'll be going live. But like I said, I will be traveling this weekend to Las Vegas. Make sure you guys sub to my vlogging channel, Joleen Vlogs. It's not only my vlogging channel, but my backup channel if anything happens to this channel. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, and I think I'm 700 and some. So that's amazing. And I will put up my journey in Vegas. I'm going to be doing a taping, which I'm sure all of you know by now, for Laugh After Dark on Amazon. So I'll be doing that Saturday night. If you guys are interested and in the Vegas area and want to attend, you can go to the Laugh After Dark website and purchase tickets there. But yeah, so then you'll be able to see me, I think, in season 3. I don't know when they'll be done editing and stuff, but I'll do a quick stand-up set. They'll take certain jokes and they'll put it in. But there's always the possibility when you do these TV things that they'll cut you too. So I could suck so bad that they'll cut my jokes out. Or maybe they're like, So you say these things. So I'll be filming, but we'll see if I end up in an episode. But that's what I'll be doing if you guys are wondering where I am this weekend. I'll keep reminding you guys because I don't want you to think I left you hanging. So there will not be a BB Besties next Sunday. And Saturday I'll probably be busy getting ready for the show. And Friday we won't be going. Oh, but I wanted to tell you, Friday I will not be going live late night like I do with Josh and Alex from Couch Potato Queens. But in lieu of me going live, go to Couch Potato Queens. They are going to be promoting it this week. They'll be going live at the same time. I go live every Friday, 8:30 p.m. And maybe I'll try to just call in real quick, and because I'm sure I'll be dying to talk about Big Brother once we see who the new HOH is and all that stuff. But go support Couch Potato Queens because they're going to run with the late night Friday live feed update on Friday. Okay. Hopefully that all made sense. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. You all are amazing. I just have to find out what I'm going to wear. That's been my main point of concern. I'm waiting for my friend Susie. She's a stylist. I think I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. I was supposed to talk to her today, but she's booked and busy, and hopefully she can let me know like what I should wear so I look good. Because I've done TV stuff before and I didn't love what I wore because I just picked it. So I think I need a professional to say what looks good. Thank you. Yeah, let's, hopefully Netflix, HBO, hit me up. I'm ready for my Netflix special, sort of. I think I'm ready, and we'll see. We will see. Joleen, oh yeah, if you guys have suggestions for colors you think look good on me. I look good in red. I never thought I looked good in red. Yeah. But we'll see. I want to look slimming. So I'm seriously debating getting like a spanker, like a full body spanker, and wearing it underneath. What do we think of that? Is it really, you see those ads and the stomach is over and then you put the thing up and all of a sudden your stomach disappears. Because when you're doing comedy, you're not worried about sucking in and stuff. So I don't want to have a fupa, all black. Well, I wish I could, PP, but the production doesn't want us to wear all black. So I'm going to have to get around that. But, okay, let's see. Red top, black bottoms with a red tint. Oh my, Eli, maybe you need to be my stylist. That sounds like too fancy for me. Like too special. High neck collar, kind of Kate Middleton tailored suit. Oh, you think I'm fancy, DJ Stevie. Oh my gosh. I look good in light blue. Thank you guys. Oh my God. Fine, wear whatever you feel comfortable and your best. So full body Spanx for the win. Yeah, I think I'm going to full body Spanx it. I think I am, because I didn't get rid of the COVID weight I put on, and that's just the reality of it. So there you go. I think I'm going to. A bikini. Yes, I'm going to wear a bikini. It's part of my comedy. Just bikini comedy with Joleen. A pantsuit. Oh my gosh. Are you talking about like a jumper? Like a, what's it called? An all-in-oneer? Sierra? Or like separate? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Burgundy, because it's darker than red, but not black. Ooh, Savannah, I should have known you would know with that look. Look at with the hair, perfect, the makeup, everything. Yes, in your picture. Blue or green? Yes, I tend to like green because it will bring out my eyes. You guys are helping me. You're making me feel so good. Pizza shirt, cheese curd shorts. Part of me really wants to wear, like, I want to probably layer, you know, like with a jacket or something, but part of me wants to wear tie-dye because I'm ridiculous. And I know I can't wear labels. So obviously Adidas, which I own like a million Adidas things. Not gonna be able to do that. So, but then I'm like, maybe I should look a little more grown up than tie-dye summer camp. I don't know. My wedding dress, Angela, my wedding dress, I don't think it fits anymore. I was like 40 pounds thinner, 50 pounds thinner when I got married. 40 pounds thinner. Yeah. So I don't think it fits. But I do like my wedding dress because I'm going to be in Vegas, and I did get married in Vegas. So olive green and dark purple. Okay. Well, if you have, please don't wear tie-dye. Okay. I think that my friend Susie will tell me the same thing, but don't think I haven't thought about, like, what about tie-dye with the jean jacket over it with some cute jeans and my Doc Martens? No. Okay. Wear some merch. Yeah. Seriously, I'll wear some Sip and Key merch. So, okay. I think we're all kind of trying to get rid of our COVID weight, but there are those people out there that lost weight during COVID, and more power to you. You guys are magical angel baby dragons. Like, you're mythical and mystical. Okay. Danger. Like, you're that kind of mystical. Get on the floor. It's amazing. I don't know how you did it. I'm still trying to get back. And yeah, for sure. I'm probably going to do some Fashion Nova for sure. I'm going to do crop top, tied, tits out, tight pants, you know, that really sells. So there you go. You just said that. You said, oh my gosh. No, just no on the tie. You guys, oh my God. You are reading me, but you're not wrong. That's the beauty of it. Yes, no weight shame. Come on in, Joe. We're just talking about what I'm going to wear to my taping. So I'm on live. I'm just wrapping up. Nope. I'm just wrapping up. No, don't apologize, my sweet husband. My cute, sweet husband. I like the sweet tie-dye. I like the tie-dye. Okay. I added sweet. I added that myself. My daughter lost weight, and I hear it was the sativa. Listen, if sativa makes you lose weight, consider me high. Consider me at the weed store. Consider me there. So, yes, that's what I'm going to do, Josh. Tits out for the boys. I said tits out for the boys. Where are my Chris Lilly fans at? I said tits out for the boys. I said tits out for the boys. A la Jamay, a brief Chell cameo. I'm sure he's like, I'd like to check in with my wife and see what she's doing. She's just online talking to people instead of working from home and snacking. Oh, yeah. If sativa made you lose weight, I would be 2 pounds. Jamie B, you are really slim. So there you go. But listen, we're all beautiful at every size we are. And I'm just accepting that I'm still funny and powerful and amazing. And, you know, I just have a couple extra chins and all the things. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to smash the like. Shout out to my mods. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the Leen Team. Thank you guys for your super chats. Thank you just for your interaction. I'm so grateful. We are on our way to 22,000 subscribers, which is cuckoo bananas if you've been with me since the beginning. I did not think that was possible. I think we can get to 30,000. I'm just going to put it out there. My next goal is 25,000 subs. But I think we can get to 30. I just have a feeling. I got a feeling. You guys just have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Protect your energy. I don't know if I'm going to be back after tonight's episode. We will see. But if I do, I will set up a live. But I will definitely be back tomorrow with 90 Day with Nana. Tuesday, hopefully we'll get a sipping key in there. Wednesday, Big Brother. Thursday, Big Brother. And then I'm off to Vegas. But follow me on social media, and I love you all. Bye.